At a launch event in New Delhi yesterday, OPPO brought the latest Reno series of smartphones to India. After the European launch, now the Reno series, which is aimed at the creative community, has come to India with two models, of course, the OPPO Reno and the Reno 10x Zoom. At a starting price of 39,999 rupees, you get a fully bezel screen, the latest generation fingerprint scanner, a shark fin pop-up camera, and an interesting camera setup which no other phone has. It's got a periscope lens camera with 10x lossless zoom. That's the main focus of the product that we have here, the OPPO Reno 10x Zoom. It's a flagship phone, and for 40,000 we think it's better than most other flagships. So let's get into what this phone is all about, what these cameras are all about in this unboxing and first impressions of this device. Let's open up the box here. The box itself, as you can see, it's a pretty long box. On the top of the box, of course, you have the user manual and the warranty, and inside you have, of course, the phone. You have some highlights of the specs of the phone. Underneath the phone, of course, you have a case which looks like a sandstone case, but it's a more rubbery, soft and hard hybrid case, and it feels really good. Inside is soft. There is also a VOOC 3.0 fast charger with 5 volts, 4 ampere output. It connects to the phone with the USB 3.0 supporting Type-C cable. Since the device has some audio tricks, surprisingly, there is a nice earphone set available inside the box. And then, of course, you have the SIM ejector tool. Now, with the unboxing done, let's take a look at the design of the Reno 10x Zoom. The most surprising part of the phone is that there is no camera bump. It's a very seamless design. At the back, you can see there is a central line that's going in the middle. It's symmetric. The phone cameras are placed on that line, and there is also the branding which stands out, the designed by OPPO, and also there is a nice little O dot. It's a very solid and well designed phone, has a really good amount of weight which feels reassuring. Really high quality design and craftsmanship from OPPO here. One of the best designed phones OPPO has ever made. One of the major design trends of last year was achieving a bezel-less screen, but with several ways like pop-up cameras. This is pop-up camera 2.0 because OPPO started really early with pop-up cameras. They were one of the first to do that. Now they are bringing this one, which is a much more robust way of doing a pop-up camera. On the top, you can see this module itself, how robust it is. And apparently, you can use it for at least 200,000 times, which is 2 lakh times. Overall, I feel the design and the construction of the OPPO Reno 10x Zoom is flagship quality and rivals almost flagships costing double the price. It's just really hard to look at this phone and not say anything about the design because it's so attractive. Now, what makes this phone really attractive overall is also the bezel-less screen at the front. It's a big screen, 6.6 inch screen, full HD plus resolution display, and it's an AMOLED screen. So it's really good outside as well as inside. So this screen has a lot of vibrancy, lot of good colors, and you would expect AMOLED screens to do really well in terms of blacks as well. With the camera inside the pop-up system, you have a front-facing camera at the front. The earpiece is also, interestingly, on the shark fin, as they call it. And over at the back, you have the LED flash, curiously, inside that shark fin. Now, if you're wondering where the fingerprint sensor could be, of course, it's inside the display. But this time, it's crazy fast. Much faster than any other device that you would have used. The main sensor is a 48 megapixel Sony IMX586 unit with f1.7 aperture, and you have accompanying it a 13 megapixel periscope telephoto lens with f3.0 aperture and 8 megapixel 120 degree ultra wide angle lens with f2.2 aperture. Now, what's most interesting and most important about this camera setup is the 10x hybrid optical zoom. So this phone can go from 16mm equivalent focal length to 160mm equivalent focal length. This we can show you with these images here that we had. And also great is that the software additions that were added inside the camera that has made sure the features like ultra night mode are possible as well. Here are some samples from the ultra night mode which look really great from the Sony IMX586 sensor. While the phone doesn't come with a 3.5mm audio jack, over the USB Type-C port, you get high-res audio, Dolby Atmos, and even some interesting recording features like 3D audio and audio zoom. All those things we'll talk about when we go in depth with the camera. The phone has a battery capacity of 4065 mAh, and inside it's powered by the Snapdragon 855 processor. This is the latest flagship processor. This phone has 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. It's UFS 2.1 and it's running on Android Pie with ColorOS 6. The Reno series of smartphones are also going to be one of the first phones to receive the Q update, as they have already been listed for beta support. With ColorOS 6 and all the optimizations, OPPO promises better touch response, better frame rate acceleration for gaming, so this phone will be great for gaming as well. From the initial impressions of these photo samples, it's very clear that the wide angle lens, the telephoto and the main sensor all work in a very consistent way, and so far so good. But of course, since camera is the most important part of this phone, we'll be going in depth into the Reno 10x zoom in another video, so stay tuned for that and let us know if you have any comments in the comment section below. If you have any questions, post them below and we'll try to answer your queries about the OPPO Reno 10x zoom. Check out the links in the description as well for more information about this device. We'll catch you in the next video then. Thanks for watching.